Yes or yes, let me hear you, make some noise. Okay, so first we're going to bring out my host, my fellow co-host. Andy, come on out as well. Go grab yourself a mic.
Can you hear me now? How's everyone doing?
You
ready for Christina Vee? I can't hear you. Are you ready for some Christina Vee? Yes, that's what I like to see. Without further ado, ladies and gentlemen, Christina Vee, come on down.
Make some noise, Christina Vee!
Beautiful. Where would you like to sit? There you go.
Hi. Oh, yeah. How's it going? Good. Wow, we're so far from each other.
Was that this chair? Was that me?
Whoever smells a Delta. There we go. Right, so, Christina.
Yes.
You knew exactly what you wanted to do from 12, didn't you?
Yeah.
Which is pretty mind-blowing.
Like literally when I was 12, I was watching Sailor Moon. I was like, I want to do that. I want to be that voice.
Where did you find like the confidence, drive, determination, lack of a better term, like the balls to be like, from 12, this is what I want to do? Because like not many people have that, you know?
I feel like that's something that I'm coming to realize, like, oh, I feel very lucky that I knew what I wanted to do since I was a kid, because I know sometimes it takes a little bit longer, and that's also okay. I just think for me to be born where I was born and to have that particular passion, you know, not to get like spiritual or anything, but I feel like I'm supposed to be voice acting. Like just all the cards aligned for me in that regard.
So did it feel like a calling to you?
Yes, definitely.
Yeah.
It's like, this is what I'm supposed to do. And that's where the confidence came from when at such a young age. I'm like, oh yeah, this is me. This is what I'm supposed to do.
Wow, that's very poetic, isn't it?
Thanks. And I was not good by any means at that age. I had a lot to work on. I had to go to get a lot of training. And I had a weird accent as well.
Yeah, that's awesome. So you are also a singer.
Yes.
So obviously you've been doing like multiple fields and stuff, and obviously you're not just zoned in on one. You know, would you, like starting out, would you recommend that? Would you recommend kind of spreading your wings and trying new things, or doubling down on just one avenue and going down there?
Oh, that's a good question.
Well, thank you.
I feel for me, because for acting especially, like especially in the beginning, there's not going to be like consistent stream of work. So I think just doing like whatever you want to do creatively, I don't think there's anything wrong with pursuing multiple passions at once and kind of throwing many darts and see which ones stick, you know?
Yeah, no, I agree. And they all kind of fold in, don't they? Because would you say, would you get any opportunities through the singing
Yes.
from acting?
So singing, there's a show called Haruhi Suzumiya. Do you guys know it from back in the day? So I did some English covers of Haruhi songs and put it on YouTube, and I was a teenager. And so the people who are in charge, like the clients who are dubbing Haruhi, were like, "Who's this girl? She's awesome.
Nice.
Can she be in the show?" And also, we want to dub the songs into English because of this girl's covers. And because of that, so I didn't get to do Haruhi. They're going to have me in there's like this arc called The Endless Eight.
Yeah.
They were going to put me as Haruhi in an episode of that, but it didn't work out. But what they did say was, we have this show called K-On! And we want Christina to be a main character, whichever character she wants. So I got to choose who I wanted to be in
Good.
K-On!
You got to call the shots.
I got to, yeah.
Lovely stuff.
It was really cool, yeah.
Yeah.
That's pretty incredible, isn't it? I mean, you are always so busy. It seems like you're in everything, anime and gaming and everything like that. Do you have any, when you're chilling out yourself, do you have any preferred shows? Do you get to watch yourself or game with yourself? Or what do you like to do in your spare time?
Spare time? Oh my gosh.
If you get any.
It's so funny because I travel a lot as well, but for fun I like to travel. So right before I came here, it was my best friend and convention manager's birthday. Where is she? She's not here.
She's off down the side, I
She doesn't get a
think.
birthday. It was her birthday, but she wanted to go to New Orleans, which is like a 4-hour flight from Los Angeles. So we went to New Orleans for a few days and partied it up, came home for 24 hours, and now we're here. So, but other than that, I've been playing a lot of Mario Kart with the boy. I'm trying to get him into Pokemon Unite. He's a little.
Yeah.
But yeah, I play those two games a lot.
Who's your main character? Who do you go for?
In which Mario Kart, Rosalina. In Pokemon Unite, Sylveon.
Quick round of applause for Rosalina! What a cracking shout that was. Love that.
Speaking of, I saw people were playing Mario Kart. I want to sometime this weekend, if you see me back there playing, please challenge me. I'm undefeated. I come from convention challengers.
Do we have it? Yeah, we have some challenges.
Let's do it. I'm 100% down. I'll make my way down there sometime.
So, I'm really interested with kind of like the process of, acting and things like that. And obviously, with live action, there's a lot of methods to get into a role. Obviously, like method acting is a big thing.
Yeah.
There's a lot of contention around that. So like, how do you yourself get into a character for a role? Is it like, have you ever done any method acting for a role? Any madness to get that perfect voice?
Maybe it's because I've been doing it for like my entire life, but this is really bad. Don't take my advice. I don't prepare. I just go in, and this is like with a lot of things in my life, and it just tends to work out. It's like, I'm gonna go in, I'm gonna warm up my voice by singing, that's it. But when I'm in the booth, I find that not having a preconceived notion of what I'm gonna do makes me an easier actor to direct.
Ah, okay, nice.
So no, I don't do any kind of mental preparation or anything.
So it's kind of like go in there and let them kind of drive more.
Yeah, it's like.
What is it like with the direction for voice acting? Is it very hands-on in comparison to live action, or is it more like do they let you kind of vibe a bit and stuff?
It depends on the director. The best case scenario is they cast the right person for the role, so there's not a ton of directing other than, we need you to be a little bit slower on this part for the lip flap, If I get a lot of direction, it makes me feel like, maybe like they don't like the choices I'm making, but usually it's just like, can you just slow down just a second, or we need to add a couple more words. It's definitely the technical aspect of it that gets the most direction rather than the acting.
That's great. And so obviously you do like so many different voices and different genders as well, which is amazing. So do you like source your inspiration for these voices? Because obviously a director can't tell you which voice to do. That comes entirely from you. So do you get them from life experiences, or do you think about them before or come up with them?
I find when I'm creating a new voice, I look at the character, the pictures are really helpful. Mm-hmm. And for anime, we have the Japanese voice, and I'll try to match that as well.
Sure.
But I'm very visually driven. Like if I see a character, I'll be able to tell what kind of voice there is. And there are certain voice archetypes, like there are the little boy characters, there are the monotone girls, there are the kind of ditzy ara girls, there are, like the happy heroine. It's all just different variations on that,
From all of those different voices that you've just sort of described, is there any characters or voices that you are more drawn to, that you feel that you prefer to do, or that any characters or voices that you haven't done yet that you feel like, I really want to play this massive robot, or I want to do something?
I've been pretty lucky, but I feel one area of the market I haven't tapped at all is like motion capture for some reason. So this year I'm really focusing on nailing my motion capture auditions.
Oh, have you got any, cheeky little exclusive announcements to give
Not
the old
yet.
AnimeCon gang?
But I really, that's my new goal, and I feel like that'll be something completely different. I feel I've done a lot. I have done over probably near 600 projects, voiceover.
Oh, a round of applause for that.
Oh, thank you.
600.
Thanks. But now I'm like, I feel like it's time to, where I'm at right now, I'm kind of at a crossroads. I'm like, I'm going to keep on voice acting, of course, but I also need to start branching out, just so, also like creatively fulfilled,
Yeah, that's amazing, isn't it?
Thank you.
Has there ever been a day when you've had to act as two very drastically different characters on the same day, where you've had to sort of really pull from one emotion of like pure sadness and go to crazy happy. And how does that, as an actor, how do you get into those spaces so quickly?
Oh, it's like, it's a muscle almost, you know? Did you ever see that movie Babylon with Margot Robbie?
No, but it's good though.
It's very good,
Yeah.
but there's a scene in that where she's like, she's acting and she'll be crying. The director will be like, cut, like, hey, can you do that again? She's like, yeah, of course. And that's how it is. It's just like, I don't know. It takes a lot of practice, but you can't really indulge in those emotions too much. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's just, you have to get there. That's part of the acting, is you have to get there and be able to come right back out of it, you know?
Yeah, because there's so many, obviously, like film actors with the method acting, and they sort of go into that character almost, don't they? But I guess, do you ever find yourself having to reach that deep, or you've got that Margot Robbie, I can flick it on, switch it off?
I can turn it, switch it on and off. And honestly, with the amount of auditions that I do every day, I have like multiple jobs a day. I can't like just be in one character. I have to be like able to quickly come in and out of different characters quickly, yeah.
So the way the kind of industry is, like, do you predominantly now, I mean, is the studio system still work in terms of like you going to places for it to happen, or do they prefer you to work more from home now and things like after COVID?
It's definitely shifting back more to in-studio, but what's nice is if I need to do remote, like if the traffic's bad, like, hey, I'm just gonna record remote today. They're like, yeah, okay. And that's great.
Yeah.
It's really great, yeah.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Where do you prefer to be? Is it home or in the studio? Is there a creative difference? Does it feel different?
Yeah, I feel like in studio with everybody, it's a different energy. It's better. But remote is more out of necessity sometimes, like because you know studios are all across town, and I live far from the studio. So
Sure.
if it's like a 9:30 a.m. session, it's like I'll record this one from home. Then I'll have time to drive in for my 4 p.m. in Santa Monica. You know, yeah.
That's amazing. All right, I'm going to have a little cheeky question here.
Yeah.
So who would win in a fight?
Yes.
Miraculous from, Ladybug, Killua, or a young Donald Duck?
Oh my gosh.
I think Donald's got a shot.
Donald?
He's got that plot armor.
It's got that fiery energy.
That fiery
Donald
energy.
does have some fiery energy. He might surprise all of us. I'm sorry, but Ladybug is probably not going to win this one.
No, unfortunately, that's a sad tale.
It's gonna be, I think it's gonna be the guy with the claws who's not afraid to rip out people's hearts.
Yes, I like that.
Yeah. Do we
Yeah.
agree with that, AnimeCon?
What do you find that?
By show of hands, yeah? Or do we have Donald Duck fans out there? Young Donald Duck. Oh, one.
He's out there. We see you, bro. We got you.
So I'll let Anthony ask another question. We are going to hand over to you, the audience, as well. So I'm going to come around and come down there with a microphone. So come see me in a second. Anthony, I'll let you ask one more question, and we'll.
Amazing. So, what was your first role? Let's just say, and how did you? What was the story behind that?
The first time I got into a booth, it was in what's called a Walla session.
Okay.
So it's a bunch of different actors, and we're just filling in like the crowd scenes, like, oh, now you're scared, now you're cheering the hero on, that kind of thing. And it was for an anime, and I was 17 years old.
Wow.
And I had no idea what I was doing, and it was so cool
Yeah.
to be with like all these like legendary actors in the booth. That was my first voiceover job.
Wow, that must have been like overwhelming, no?
Yeah, it was really exciting.
Yeah.
Everybody was really sweet, and I still know those people to this day. Like,
Yeah.
it's still the same actors working.
I mean, that
you
is the
know?
best excuse to skip gym, isn't it?
Gym?
A gym class.
Oh, sure, yeah.
Absolutely. I'd just
Yeah.
say I'm ill, and I wasn't,
Yeah,
But,
it was
yeah.
great. I missed a lot of school because of voice acting,
Oh yeah.
especially university.
Yeah, that's the best place. Right, have we got any
Hey,
questions?
I'm telling you.
There he is. ladies and
That was the
gentlemen.
longest way around any stage I've ever had to go. I'm exhausted.
You made it.
We have a question here. Let's get to our first question. We're going to set the bar. This is the first question of the day. No pressure.
Hi.
Hello.
I don't know if you remember a Miraculous Ladybug. Like, I have a paradox theory You know the monkey miraculous has the power to disrupt other people's power, and the ox miraculous has the ability to be immune from other people's power. Which would it work?
Which one, sorry?
All right, I'll say it again. I have a paradox theory about two of the miraculous. The ox miraculous has the ability to give you immunity to other people's powers, and the monkey miraculous has the ability to disrupt other people's powers. Would the monkey miraculous be able to counteract the ox, or would the ox be immune to the monkey?
Oh, what a conundrum. Oh my gosh.
That is a conundrum.
Oh man. That's a tough one. That is a tough one.
Just pick any.
I'm gonna go, I like the ox. The ox wins.
The ox wins. There you
The
go.
ox wins.
Love it.
You had the answer.
Love that.
Does anyone else have any more questions that are not so complex and so... not you? Yeah?
Okay, so first of all, thank you for your work, especially Velvet's Crow. You did a great job. So my question is, so Japanese voice actors, they talk a lot about feeling connected to their characters. So is there any particular character that you felt like connected to, and if so, how did you put that into
Great questions.
Thank you.
Which character do I feel connected to?
Most connected.
Most connected to. I think maybe it's because we've been doing it for a long time, but Marinette from Miraculous Ladybug is very near, thank you,
Woo!
Very near and dear to my heart. And it just comes so naturally now, the voice and her mannerisms and everything, it's just kind of become part of who I am, and it's been really great. Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah, great question. Let's have a look. Let's go over here. Oh yeah, love this.
Thank you very much. Hi.
Hello.
I just want to say thank you very much for Miraculous. It's a show that's very important to me. I grew up with it.
Thank you so much.
Yeah, so I want to ask, out of every single animation, video game that you've ever done, which one do you think is the most underrated?
Final Fantasy Type 0.
Ooh,
Yes.
You don't know it?
I think out of all of the underrated ones, my favorite is Blaze Blue.
Oh,
I
Blaze
love
Blue.
Noel of the Million.
You think that's underrated?
Yeah, I've never seen anyone play it.
I had somebody today. Are they here? No. Oh, you know it. But there is somebody, and they had like a whole Eda bag with my characters from Blaze Blue on it. Yeah, it was really cool. Thank
That's
you
very
so
cool.
much.
Type 0, that's a cracking game, that. The
No question.
remake and everything.
I'm gonna
go
run
on.
over that.
Yeah. It's not up there with like Crisis Core in terms of how many people talk about it, but
Yeah.
they should. They should. We need to all go out and play that game. That sounds incredible.
Yeah, let's all go and download it. Download it now, after this.
So a lot of voice actors don't really have, they're not really engaged with the series that they do voices for. Is it more of just a job for you, or do you the series that you get jobs for? Is it, are you interested in them, or is it just like a one-to-one?
So it's like, are you is it just a job to you, or are you interested in the projects? Is that what you mean, mate?
Yeah, so I think,
Are you very invested in each project you take on, or is it just like another day at the office?
I don't think it's possible these days, especially, to have a career in the industry if you're not extremely passionate about anime
Yeah.
and video games in general.
Yeah.
It is such a competitive field, and you'll see, maybe 10 years ago, there are a lot of people who are just like, oh, I just kind of fell into this. But now if you see people at the conventions, everyone's like, I grew up with anime. I've always wanted to be a voice actor, you know?
Yeah, and obviously your passion for Sailor Moon from such a young age.
Yeah.
As well, so it stirred that.
Grew up loving Sailor Moon. I was the Pokemon girl. I was the anime girl in school, and I started my anime club in high school.
Yes.
But yeah, I think, and also, it's just one of those jobs, especially in Los Angeles, acting, it's like the hardest industry, I think, in the world. If you're not into it, why are you doing it? Because why would you put yourself through that,
There's easier ways to make money, isn't there?
Sorry?
There's easier ways to make money.
Yeah, easier ways to make much more money, for sure, yeah. yeah, and I'm very, very happy and lucky I've been able to do it for so long. Yeah.
Oh,
Thank you so much.
Yeah, great question. I'm moving my way over here. Oh, yeah.
Oh my gosh.
Hello, where are you? Oh, hi.
Hello. Sorry. I'm very excited. How was it voicing Homura? And are you going to feature in the new movie coming up?
Oh, voicing Homura. So, a funny story about that. I was originally not cast as Homura. I auditioned for all the girls, I didn't get any of them. But they brought me in to do like small roles in Walpurgisnacht. And when I was recording it, I saw Homura on screen. I'm like, oh my god, I don't know who they cast as Homura, but that's the luckiest voice actor because that character is amazing. And then a couple weeks later, they're like, we need to recast Homura. We think you could do it. And so I felt a lot of pressure. I was in my early 20s doing this. And that role was very challenging for me at first. You know, it was the first time I had a character like that, and everybody cares so much about these roles. We want it to be really good. But that being said, it's one of my favorite projects, my favorite characters. I was so excited when we got to go back and do all the movies, you know, and I had more experience as an actor, so it came much easier to me. And I haven't heard about the new movie, but I don't see why they wouldn't reuse us. We just did the side story anime, where I got to be Homer again for the first time in years, so my fingers are crossed, yeah. Thank you so much.
Yeah, great question. Hiya.
Hello.
Hello. First off, I'd like to say I've been a huge fan of your work since 2015. Madoka Magica was the very first anime I fell in love with, and as part, Homer Kemri has become like my favorite fictional character, like thanks to your interpretation of it. If I were to give you a question regarding to Madoka in particular, say if for a week you were stuck with Kyubey, how would you deal with him?
How would I, what Kyubey?
If you were stuck with Kyubey for a week, the cat, like from Madoka.
Oh yeah.
How would you deal with him? What would you do with him?
What would I do with Kyubey? I'd stay as far as possible away from him.
Thank you.
He's very cute though.
That's a great question.
I mean, I feel like he's not much different than like a regular cat. Just like there's always that chance of mischief.
Great question, thank you.
Thank you.
Hiya.
I love that one.
Hello.
Oh, hi. Just saying you're a phenomenal voice actress, so I'm a huge fan.
Thank you.
So, when you're off duty, like out of the studio, do you still like to channel the characters you voice? Like, say if you're in charge of lighting a campfire, would you just like turn into Sailor Mars and light it with a fire attacks?
Oh my goodness. So I don't stay in character by choice, but there have been times where I'll go to a drive-thru and people will ask like, oh, are you Ladybug? Are you Marinette? Or are you Riven? I've gotten Riven from League of Legends through the drive-thru a couple times. I'm like, how can you tell? It's just, I don't know. There's no escaping it really.
Do you then have to order the food in the voice? Or?
Oh no. I'll do it if they ask me, but I normally don't.
I mean, I wonder how that would sound.
I what? Sorry?
How would that sound if you were to do that through going through the drive-thru, ordering food in a...
Oh man, as which character?
Which character do we want to hear ordering some food? I think it's Ladybug.
Ladybug? Hi. Can I get a... sorry, I just need a minute. Can I get a shake? A milkshake? Thanks.
There you go, it's an AnimeCon UK exclusive. Hey!
Lovely stuff, that. Live from AnimeCon UK. Thank you.
Hello. Hi.
Thank you so much for voicing Miraculous. It's really amazing. But like, have you ever gotten like secondhand embarrassment when you're voicing?
Yes.
When you're voicing Marinette, and what scene it was like, where you were like, girl, what are you doing?
So many times. I think I've literally said in the booth, girl, what are you doing? There was the statue scene in the museum. That's the biggest offender. And there are just other times where I'm like, girl, just say how you feel, say what you feel, man. definitely some secondhand embarrassment, but we love our girl. We're cheering for her. She's made a lot of progress throughout the years.
Thank you.
Thank you.
That was great.
Hello. Hi.
Hello.
Hello. Thank you for all your hard work.
I'm so
And-
sorry, I can't hear you.
Sorry. Thank you for all your hard work.
Thank you.
And I wanted to ask, what was the dubbing from home experience like for you personally?
Dubbing from home?
Yeah, what was the dubbing from home experience like for you personally?
You know, I'm very grateful that we got to do it. It did make a whole new set of challenges because there's always going to be a latency, a delay. I'm really happy to be going back in studio, especially for dubbing. But I'm very happy that they let us do it remotely. And also during that time, I got so much work, and I'm grateful for that too. But I'm glad to be back to normal for the most part. Thank you. That's a good question.
Did you have a question? Yeah.
Hello, Christina. I'd like to change tack a little bit and ask about your music career. So you've had a lot of collaborators, especially in the cover scene. So folks like Caleb Hiles, Nate Wants to Battle, Amelie, Family Jewels, and of course Red Cat AB with the Bad Apple cover.
Yeah.
I'd like to ask who has been your favorite among them that you've worked with, or which project has been your favorite?
So they're all great. But me and Richard, who's Richard Evie, me and his wife Rachel, who is amazing, she films all his music videos, we've become really good friends. Like, we are tight. So I always love hanging out with them, and I always love seeing them. We went to Japan together last year, and that was awesome. Yeah, but all those musicians that I met on the scene have been incredible. Jules was really sweet. Amanda's awesome. I almost married another one, but we won't talk more about that. And the guys from Living Tombstone as well are also super sweet. Yeah, thank you.
Have you ever met any of your people for the dub? Have you ever met any of the Japanese actors of the same characters you guys have done?
I haven't.
What?
I know,
Never?
right? Never.
600 roles.
Yeah, I've met Japanese actors, but it's never been like, oh, you voice this character, I voice this character, you know?
Yeah, you haven't met like Kiroa who does it in Japan
No,
or...
but they were at a convention nearby me, and I'm like, why didn't they invite me? That would have been so cool.
Yeah.
I hope to, I want to meet her in particular.
Yeah, that would have been great. Have we got any more questions?
Yeah, we've got someone down here.
Hi, I just wanted to say thank you for everything you've done in the year that I've watched Miraculous. And the question simply is for you, what's your favourite episode from the later season?
From the next season?
From season 5.
From season 5. Oh my gosh, it's all kind of a blur. Does the Shady Bug episode count as season 5?
I guess it does, yeah.
Because I think that's my favorite episode ever.
Yeah.
I loved doing Miraculous World Paris.
Yeah, and it sort of expresses Marinette's inner problems.
Yeah.
Like in another universe.
Yeah, it was great to be able to explore that side of her, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah, I love Shady Bug. Thank you so much.
Christina, you can't see it from up there, but these nails have got ladybug legs.
Yeah, they're so cute.
Absolutely representing. We've got another question. Hi, how are you?
Hi.
Hello.
So, I don't know much of your work. I play Tails, but I have a huge friend who really wanted to come here but couldn't make it. So I was just wondering if in a ladybug voice you could say Julia sucks.
Wait, can you repeat that?
So my friend couldn't make it, so in a ladybug voice, could you say Julia sucks?
Julius
Sucks.
sucks?
Yeah.
And do you think Julia's sus?
No, sucks.
Oh, sus. Sorry.
Sucks.
Wait,
Yeah.
okay, I'm hearing sucks.
No.
Yeah.
Sucks.
Sucks.
Yeah.
I can't.
Is it lame?
Yeah, lame.
Oh,
Is it
right.
lame?
Okay, yeah, cool.
No, I can't do that. Who's Julius?
No, Julia.
Who? Julia?
She's a huge fan, but she couldn't make it, so
Oh.
it's only fair.
Savage.
I would say, Julia,
Brutal.
I hope to meet you one day. Thank
That
you.
poor fictional character just being destroyed there.
Do we have any more questions? Not where we're trying to rinse out our friends by Ladybug. There we go. Hello.
Hi. I wondered. I remember you posting on social media a while ago. You had a film cell of Sailor Mars.
Yes.
In your house. So I just wondered, is there any more that you plan to add to your collection of other characters you've played?
I do have a lot of my own merch. I ran out of shelf space, and I told myself, I set a boundary. I said, when this shelf is done, like this is my only spot for this, and it's filled. I'm not saying I won't get more, but I got to figure something else out because that shelf it's pretty packed. It's pretty packed. But I used to buy like all the figures, you know. It's also expensive. And then my cat will do things like bite the head off of Sailor Mars, or my dad came over and snapped Homer's arm off.
Brutal.
Can't keep them safe.
I think we need glass cabinets is what you now need.
A glass cabinet, that's a good idea.
It's like an R-rated Toy Story, isn't it?
Yeah.
All a bit violent.
No dads or cats allowed near the valuables.
Yeah.
So we have a question here, but before we do that, could you stand up, please, and turn around and show Christina that bag, firstly.
Yeah, that's so
look at
cute.
that.
And then more importantly,
I love that
we
bag.
have a
Round of
giant
applause for
badge
the
here.
dedication. Round of applause for the clap there. That's incredible. Beautiful.
We have a
Lovely.
giant badge here that says happy birthday on it as well. So you get to ask a question on your birthday, right? Love that.
Oh. Would you like everyone to sing you happy birthday?
I don't mind.
Come on, guys. Should we do it? Okay, ready? Happy birthday to you.
What's your name?
Happy birthday
Mia.
to you.
Mia.
Happy birthday, dear Mia. Happy birthday to you. Woo!
Thank you. Out of all of your Marinette unifications, what is your favourite one?
Out of Marinette and...
Out of Marinette / Ladybug's, all of her unifications.
I cannot hear.
I
Sorry,
can't-
it's
what
not
was that,
you.
sorry?
It's the speakers are facing this way.
Yeah. What's the...
Out of the unifications, which one is your favourite one?
Your favourite one? Your favourite one of what, sorry?
Unifications.
Was that unification?
Unification. Sorry, thank you.
That's it.
I love the Tiki and Flag one, of course.
Bug Noir, yeah.
That was Bug Noir was amazing. I was so excited when that finally happened. Bug Noir is awesome. What else? No, that's my favorite. That's definitely my favorite. Yeah.
That's a good one.
Thanks, Mia.
What a
Happy
great
birthday.
question. Happy birthday. Yeah, I loved how we all sang happy birthday. You're like, yeah, great. Anyway, my question is, boom. Right. we got one over here. Oh, you, and then you, sir.
Hiya.
Hello.
I want to ask a question. So, have you got any songs that you do want to cover in the future?
Oh, that was
Do you have any songs?
that you want to cover in the future. It's a great question.
Yes, that is a great question. I'm working on This Wish from Wish. That's coming up next. And then I'm going to do Reaching Out from the Ladybug movie as well.
Oh, nice.
And besides that, I'm working on original music. And actually, the person who sang for Cat Noir in the movie is this prolific music producer and writer. Like he's released over 10,000 songs for himself and other artists. He's incredible. His name is Drew.
Wow.
So Drew helped me write a couple songs. So we're going to release those as well. Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Thanks so much.
Awesome. You had one? Oh.
Hello. Hi. How are you?
I'm good, thank you. First, I'm a big, huge fan of your work.
Thank
and
you.
your voice is so, your technique is amazing.
Thank you.
And I just wanted to ask if, when you first was casted for Marinette, did you expect Ladybug to become such a huge, thing?
So, they didn't have much to show me when we were auditioning, but they showed me kind of like the pitch deck. And I told the director, like, I think this could be Sailor Moon for this generation. And I was right! Yes! So I was really excited about it. And it took a couple years for it to like get made and released and stuff, but it's been so crazy to see it grow to what it has become. Yeah.
Thank you.
Thank you.
We have a question from our videographer. So, this is cool.
Oh, there we go.
There we go.
The inside man. He's got a question.
Yes.
Hello.
Hi.
So, first of all, my friend Mike is a huge fan of Ladybug. He absolutely loved watching the series because he was over here in the UK. So I was wondering if you could say hello to him first.
Yes, and what is your name again?
So it's my friend Mike. He's a really big fan of
Mike.
He is a huge fan of Ladybug. And we both have a question, which is, with the film of Ladybug, how come you didn't sing the actual songs for it? It was someone else.
First of all, hi Mike, nice to meet you. I'm Christina Vee, the voice of Ladybug. I hope to meet you one day. And for that second question, I honestly wasn't told, and I don't know. I would love to if they'll have me in the next one. I would love, that's my biggest dream actually, is to sing in an animated movie. I would love that. Yeah.
Cool. Thank you. It was just something that we were both curious on, but it was a fantastic movie and he absolutely loved it, so.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thanks so much.
They should do a live show though, shouldn't they? Like a musical, Ladybug musical or something. Have they done one of those?
A Ladybug musical?
Yeah, like a live
stage
show or something.
They have them in, they have them here.
Oh, really?
I was gonna say overseas, but it's like, I think there was one in Mexico, and then there was a French one, I believe, or German.
Yeah.
They had, there's somewhere there was a Ladybug touring show.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
I have to check it out.
Yeah, and they need to get you singing, right? I'm over here now, by the way, to the right. So we have there.
We're getting there.
Hello. So I have a question for you. Like, were you ever nervous when you got the results back for being like Ladybug? Like, how nervous were you?
Oh man, I always get, well, not so much these days, but I used to get pretty nervous. Like, oh, I hope I don't mess up. But when I got cast for Ladybug, I was at Disneyland. And it was pretty magical. Let It Go was playing. We were at the Frozen show. And I was so happy. I was really, really happy to see that. So excited.
Thank you.
Thank you.
There's no better place for good news than the happiest place on earth.
Yeah, I have a lot of, like when I'm at Disneyland or Disney World, I usually get like big casting announcements. Like Velvet Crow from Tales of Berseria, I found out when I was at Disney World. I found out I was going to do a Disney World ride, the voiceover, while I was at Disney World. So
wow,
I'm like, I just got to go there.
Big theme park fan.
I like Disneyland. I'll go a couple times a year. Yeah.
What's your go-to ride?
Indiana Jones.
Oh, that's so good.
So cool. It's a good one.
Cracking choice, that.
Great show. Demon Slayer.
Any other questions?
Hi.
Hello.
I just want to apologize to all the Ladybug fans. This is not a Ladybug question. You're such a nice character when we get to see you on stage. Was it hard to voice act Killua? Like the way, because Killua is so vicious, so violent, has such a quick temper.
Yeah.
But watching you on stage is like, wow, I can't envision this switch.
Well, so Killua was challenging. Okay, if you watch, and I watched the series recently, but you'll notice his voice goes from pretty high pitch and it gets lower and lower. And I think I always wanted his voice to be down here. I felt like this is where he was. But the client really wanted it right here, you know? And I feel like that was the struggle at first. I was like, I really feel like his voice is deeper, but they kept pushing me higher, you know? And I gotta do what the client likes. So that was a little challenging. It's not hard to get to those really dark places where the emotion is big. It's kind of like the ones where he hides his emotions. That's where it gets pretty challenging. But from the beginning to the end of that show, it was a challenging character, you know? And we wanted to make sure that it was as good as it could possibly be. But yeah, I really loved voicing Killua, and I'm really happy to see like the resurgence of Hunter x Hunter the past few years. Yeah, thank you.
Yeah. We have time for one last question from the audience, and then we're going to be wrapping this up. So I'm going to hand over to you. Make it count.
Hi, I'm a huge fan of your voice acting work and your music.
Thank you.
The question I wanted to ask you was, if there was ever a Miraculous Ladybug Broadway musical, would you audition for Marinette?
Oh my gosh. I wouldn't audition for Marinette. I feel if Marinette were to, like, honestly, my honest feeling is if Marinette were to be represented in a live capacity, my dream for her, or for the next actress, if there's a next actress for Marinette, I want her to be Chinese. Yeah, that's what I would wish for Marinette. But that being said, Natalie, I think I'd make a pretty good Natalie. Hey, even Jagged Stone's like assistant, I would read for those roles in a heartbeat. Yeah, thank you so much.
Okay, that was amazing. All right, guys, big round of applause. Christina Vee.
Thank you, guys. I'm going to be at my table until 4 o'clock today. It's on the other side of this wall here. So I appreciate it. Thank you so much.
Brilliant, thank you. Thank you so much.
So I just leave?
All right, yeah, that's it.
AnimeCon, make some noise for Christina Vee!
I want to say a big thank you to all my Patreon supporters, and I wanted to shout out Kimono Cat. Your help goes a long way to help support the channel, and if you want to help support the channel, the links to my Patreon and channel memberships are listed below in the description.
あらあら、チャンネルをサポートしてくれてありがとう。チャンネル登録、高評価お願い。以下のリンクから商品を入手することができるよ。